Hey guys, Finn20 on a H here, back with another episode of the Prescot S.F.C Road to Glory in PES. First game of the episode, we are hosting Watford here at Prescot Astros. There's the Prescot team huddle as the team trying to prepare themselves for an interesting encounter against the Watford team that have been here in the Premier League for a long time now, and now we are looking to try and consolidate our place in the type of position that they are in right now. It's going to be us to kick it off. Toby Hill, of course, starting up front for us today. Fogarty in goal, Kenny, Pout, Rusk, Nisted, Wiley, Savage, Woodburn, Mills, Hampson are all in the lineup today. Here is Jack Mills, heads the ball inside for James Savage now, who's going to come back and spread the ball out wide for Ellis Kenny now. And Kenny brings it forwards, gives a nice pass for Finn Hampson to drive forward with the football. Cuts it back for Ben Woodburn. He'll give it to Kenny. Kenny on the overlapping run. Can he get a ball into the box? Robert Pereira with an excellent challenge there. But the referee has in fact given a foul there. And Robert Pereira is not happy there. He believes it should just be a corner for Prescot there. And I'm pretty sure Prescot would rather take a corner in that situation there. As you see here, I don't think it was that bad of a challenge at all by Robert Pereira. If you can see, he clearly won the ball before the man. But it's going to be a free kick now. And Jack Mills is over it for Prescot. He's going to look to drive it in, looking for Wiley. It's cleared, but only as far as Ellis Kenny cuts it back. Pereira with the block, though. Here we are now at Sarri. He'll float one in behind. Nisted wins it and heads it back for Paul Fogarty comfortably to collect. And Fogarty goes long and spreads it wide. Finn Hampson in acres of space brings it down well. Here is Wiley. Comes back on his left. Gives it back to Finn Hampson. Finn Hampson cuts inside and plays it further down the line for Kenny. Kenny, can he put a ball into the box? Skips past one on his right foot. Toby Hill, it's just over Ben Foster's bar. Good chance there for Toby Hill and Prescot. Excellently worked up the left-hand side again with Hampson and Kenny. And Wiley, of course, helping out in the middle. Kenny on his weak foot by away. Good ball in. Toby Hill, very unfortunate not to be able to get that ball back down and on target. Here we are now with Nisted. Taking his time coming forward. Waiting for that overlapping run from Jack Mills, and he eventually gets it. And Mills now looks to be caught by Sarri. He's going to play it inside. Here's Woodburn. Back to Mills. Mills plays into the path of Nisted. Can Nisted get a ball into the box? It's blocked, and it'll be out for a Prescott throw-in. Here we are now. It's a corner now. Jack Mills will look to take it. 5 minutes till half-time. He's bringing Luke Nisted in short, it seems. Mills does put one into the box, though. Looking for Woodburn and finds Ben Woodburn! His first Prescott goal of the season. And they lead with 5 minutes till half-time. Ben Woodburn will be happy with that first goal of the season. No one expected it to be a header by the young man. But he'll take it. And Prescott and Ben Woodburn will look to lead going into half-time. Jack Mills there congratulating Woodburn there. He gets a nice high five there off Wiley and Hampson. But at the end of the day, I don't think it was good defending by Watford at all here at the near post. Woodburn getting loose very easily off pretty much the inside of the post and finds the back of the net perfectly in time for Prescott now to shut up shop till half-time, you'd say so now. As we're back with Proddle for Watford, who have not created much going forward with Deli Bashiri. Comes back to Proddle again. Here we are now with Sarr, the youngster. Lost out by Jack Mills. Now here comes James Savage coming the other way. Savage tries to play a ball for Toby Hill. Will Hughes plays it back to Proddle. Proddle tries to drive it into the path of Deeney, but that will be half-time here in the Premier League at Prescot Astros. At half-time, Watford trail a 1-0 to Prescott, and Ben Woodburn getting his first goal in a Prescott uniform. Here we are now going into the second half, and it's underway with Danny Welbeck. Here's Mariappa to Del Beheru. Here's Pereira. Sorry, it was Deeney to kick off. Here's Cathcart to Mariappa. Here come Prescott now with Wiley into the path of Toby Hill. Chips it out wide here for Kenny. Kenny plays it down the line for Finn Hampson. He puts the ball into the box himself. Look for Toby Hill. And it's safely saved by Ben Foster. Substitution for Prescott now as Jack Mills is looking to be replaced here by Joe Burns on that right-hand side. So here we are now. It'll be Luke Nisted with the throw-in. Going to come back to James Savage. He comes out and spreads it for Ellis Kenny. Pereira's there though and intercepts. Kenny will chase him down. Here's Savage trying one of them long balls out wide again. Switching play to Finn Hampson, who's now on the right hand side. He flicks it to Nisted. He'll put a ball into the middle looking for Joe Burns. Clear by Decore. Will Hughes has it. Pressure from Hampson blocked. Only as far as Neil Wiley. Here's Joe Burns. Toby Hill. Toby Hill back to Joe Burns. He gives it to Finn Hampson in space. Inside of Proddle. And Hampson bends it into the back of the net. And Prescot lead by 2-0. 25 to go. And Finn Hampson doubles Prescot lead with an absolute beautiful finish there. Great build-up play by Prescott. High press to win the ball back. Then passing the ball around. Pinging it between them all. Finn Hampson turns inside of Proddle very well. And bends it past Ben Foster for an excellent finish there. And you're not going to see many finishes better than that in this team than the one you've just seen then. Excellently weighted ball by Joe Burns there for Finn Hampson to control nicely. And look at the bend on that goal by Finn Hampson. So Prescott double their lead, and it's looking good for them now to get another win in the Premier League to push towards just safety in the Premier League for next season before we push on. As Watford are back with Mariap and Decore now with the ball. Here's Welbeck. Wills loses out to Wiley. He plays it to Hill. Here is Ben Woodburn out on this left-hand side. Tries to play it back down the line for Hill. But Ben Woodburn is now going to just jog down as Robert Pereira picks it up for Watford. Here is Pereira back to Cathcart. Cathcart being put under pressure by Hill and he goes long. James Savage intervenes and wins it. Here's Wiley. Wiley plays a ball looking for Ben Woodburn in behind. Woodburn cleared away. Only just. Here's Joe Burns trying to win it back. Falls for James Savage, who eyes up the shot, and it's well wide of the post on his weak foot there. Not long to go now, and there's another substitution on the cards there, and it's Wiley off and Stephen Caldwell comes on. Here is Angel Gomez, gets around 2. Here's Pereira. Pereira knocks it inside for Decore and acres of space. Decore passes it forward for Will Hughes with a shot. Fogarty with a big save there, and Nisted can clear it down the line for Finn Hampson. 4 minutes to go and Prescott still lead comfortably. Hampson puts it into the middle looking for Ben Woodburn. It's not going to get to him. Here's Welbeck and Pout puts in a big challenge there and it looks like it'll be a booking for the centre half and the referee straight away had his yellow card out for James Pout. And now Prescott will have 2 minutes and a defence here now on a set piece. Robert Pereira is the man over the ball. He eyes up a floater. It's headed back down by Will Hughes to Sarr. Here is Sarr going around Savage, but Savage wins the ball. He'll drive the other way now. And James Savage needs options. He's going to look to try and go alone, though, is the captain. He's going to be tackled by Proddle. It will be a Prescott throw-in now. Not long to go. Here's Hampson to take it. He'll come into the middle for Savage. Intercepted by Decore. The referee blows his full-time whistle. And it's a comfortable 2-0 victory for Prescott against Watford. Paul Fogarty, not really tested at all, thanks to the defence of Pout and Rusk in front of him. And Prescott are up to 12th with 9 points on the table, of course. Still very early on in the season, but we look to maintain that type of play. We have added Joe Burns to the Prescott Favourites Hall of Fame, along with Mike Hampson, Joey Savage, and lastly, we have Sean Dodson, the number 9, and there'll be no other number 9 like him in this Prescott team ever again, you've got to think. Coming into our second game of the episode now, as we do travel, of course, to Southampton. St Mary's, we're down south. It's going to be an interesting game down here. It's very cold outside today as James Savage and Yoshida lead both their teams out for a big game, really. Both teams quite low down the table. A winner here could really cement themselves maybe as not a relegation battling team, but we'll see how both teams line up. As Adam Rusk there, the man warming up, getting a lot of attention, of course, after helping keep a clean sheet in the last game for Prescott. So let's take a look at the Southampton team. It's McCarthy, Okashu, Vestgaard, Yoshida, Cedric, Romeo, Højbjerg, Ward-Prowse, Hesketh, Guria, and Danny Ings will lead the line. As now we're going to go ahead and take a look at the Prescott team. It's Fogarty, Kenny, Rusk, Jake Sim, Luke Nisted, James Savage, Neil Wiley, Ben Woodburn, Jack Mills, Finn Hampson, and Toby Hill. James Pout dropped to the bench as both him and Rusk do have yellow cards to their name. We don't really want them getting banned around the same time. So we're allowing Jake Sim to come in and try and perform in this game as Southampton do kick it off, and it's with Yoshida to Højbjerg. Højbjerg now carries the ball forward into the path of Ward-Prowse on that left-hand side. He gives it to Danny Ings. Danny Ings up against Luton instead here on that far hand side. Comes inside, puts a good ball in. It's played around the middle. Jake Sim loses out, and Højbjerg! Jake Sim in for James Powell, and he gives the ball away, and it's Højbjerg who gets the opening goal of the game. 3 minutes in, Southampton lead to a Prescot mistake. Big goal, and Southampton will be happy with that. Simon Deeley frustrated with what he's just witnessed with that ball into the box from Danny Ings. Should have been cleared by Kenny for a header. Jake Sim panics under pressure with the ball at his feet, loses out to Højbjerg, and he's allowed to tap it past Fogarty, who had no chance. As you see here, Nisted needs to stop the cross. Kenny needs to clear that properly. Jake Sim don't control it, just boots it away, and Paul Fogarty has no chance with the rebound there. Very unlucky for him. So now Prescott have got to come from behind now to have any sort of chance of beating Southampton now. As Højbjerg and Southampton gifted a goal pretty much, and of course 4 minutes in, Prescott now trailing. Of course, looks like their tactic could be out the window depending on how they were coming into this game, with Ben Woodburn now to Toby Hill. He'll lose out to Højbjerg, who looks like he's on one today. Here's Hesketh to Cedric. Gets it inside for Højbjerg, who just lays it back out for Hesketh now as Southampton look to continue their attack. Hesketh and Goru to Cedric now on the overlap. Kenny's looking to get back. Cedric puts one in, and Jake Sim clears it away this time, only as far as Ward-Prowse to Højbjerg. Højbjerg tackled by Woodburn. One back by Savage. Here we are with Jack Mills. Mills plays into the path of Toby Hill, who's in behind. Toby Hill to equalise for Prescott. Brilliant save from Alex McCarthy. And it's out for a Prescott corner. Excellently counter-attacking football there by Prescott. The ball weighted through by Jack Mills was perfect for Toby Hill, who probably could have done a bit better with the finish, but Alex McCarthy makes himself the big goalkeeper that he can be and makes a big save. Finn Hampson's going to be the man to put this ball into the box, and does, looking for Ben Woodburn again. Cleared, and Ellis Kenny will look to chase it down, but it looks like it's going to go out for a throw-in. Here we are now with a throw-in for Prescott when Finn Hampson is underneath it. He's going to go long to the box for Toby Hill, who heads it back for Neil Wiley. He plays into the path for James Savage. Can he eye up the shot? And he does! And McCarthy has to palm it away for another corner. Excellently done by the captain of this football team, James Savage there. Testing the keeper very well and getting Prescott at least a corner out of his vicious shot. This time the corner to be taken by Luton instead. Can Prescott get anything off a corner? They've been positive in corners in previous games. Of course, Ben Woodburn just in the game before got a goal. Here's Jack Mills floating it in. Toby Hill, he'll be there! Toby Hill gets the equaliser, and Prescott are back level in this game. Belly slide to celebrate as Jack Mills gets his second assist of the episode from pretty much an identical corner. This time the big man goes into the front post, causing confusion from the way the ball's put in. Players running left, right and centre. And Toby Hill is the man to tap it home and give Prescott a vital goal to get back into this game. Poor defending on the line, you've got to say, from Southampton, and Toby Hill. He's not going to complain. The ball's hit the back of the net. That's all a striker cares about. You see the front post here. Could have been defended better through the legs of the young left-back of Southampton. And Toby Hill gets his first goal in the Premier League this season. And it's back underway now, and Vestgaard plays it back to Yoshida. Here we are now with Prescott with Kenny. Here's Toby Hill. Back to Neil Wiley. He'll carry it forward. Plays it out left for Finn Hampson, who's allowed to roam forward towards the Southampton back four. Skips around Cedric. Cuts it in from Yoshida. And Toby Hill scores! Big goal again from the poacher in the middle. Toby Hill makes it 2-1. And Prescott have turned this game around inside half an hour. Would you believe it? The counter-attacking football working in Prescott's favour. Alex McCarthy furious with the Southampton defence not to put pressure on Finn Hampson, allowing Toby Hill to slide his way through the centre-halves and provide an excellent finish. As you see here, Neil Wiley played it brilliant into Finn Hampson, skips around Cedric, great ball back in between the centre-halves. Toby Hill on his weak foot slides it through the legs of Alex McCarthy. What a finish that is by the striker. And now Southampton, who led in 3 minutes, trail 27 minutes later. As the Lookins try and still play it out the back with Romeu. Rail being put under pressure by Hill as is Hesketh. Hesketh deflected by Hampson. Here's Wiley now. Prescott looking to get one more attack in just before half time. Here's Toby Hill. Comes out on this left-hand side for Hampson up against Cedric again. He's going to pull it back for Ben Woodburn. He plays into the path of Toby Hill. Hill turns. Hill, big save McCarthy. That could have been the game over and a hat-trick for Hill. And Cedric clears long. And the referee will blow his whistle for half-time. Southampton's early goal from Pierre Højbjerg. Mistake at the back from Prescott, but Toby Hill has been able to bounce back and get 2 goals to give Prescott the lead at half-time. We're out for the second half and Hill kicks it underway. Wiley going back up to Rusk, but it's a poor pass back. And Fogarty has it now with Jake Sim. And Sim's allowed to turn and give it to Nisted. Nisted loses control of the ball, and that'll be a throw-in for Southampton early on. Bad start for Prescott at the back there. Few balls being let behind them. Here we are now with Højbjerg. Nice ball into Ward-Prowse. Savage there with a big tackle, and the referee has blown his whistle. He's looking to give a free kick. Jack Mills asking what the free kick's for, and James Savage has been booked and given a yellow card there for that display of a tackle. Double substitution. It's Savage and Mills off to be replaced by Murray and Pout. So that means James Pout will be playing in a back 5 for the remainder of this game. You've got to think now as Ward-Prowse puts a good ball in. He's good at set pieces. Cleared away by Sim. Picked up by Hampson. Heads it back into a dangerous area. Now Højbjerg to Ward-Prowse. Ward-Prowse going to be against Wiley and wins that battle. Cuts it inside for Danny Ings. Ben Woodburn can't make a clean tackle and goes through the man. And now he has been given a yellow card by the referee there. Poor decision by Woodburn really to throw himself into a tackle like that with Danny Ings in that position. So it's a free kick now, and James Ward-Prowse, like I just said just a few seconds ago, deadly at set pieces into the wall and out for a Southampton corner now. Unlucky there by the young man taking that set piece. As again, you see, I think it hit Neil Wiley on the way through. It's now a corner for Southampton, who are dominating possession now and pass accuracy. To put in, looking for Danny Ings, cleared away by Rusk, only as far as Archiero. Here's Boufal to Ward-Prowse. Puts the ball in himself. Pout away. Here's Hill to Murray. Now here's Southampton. 2 minutes to go. Battling now with Ben Woodburn. Clears long. Only as far as Archiero. He plays it to Ward-Prowse. Ward-Prowse up against Nisted. Plays down the line. Here's Danny Ings. Puts one in. Blocked. Here's Ward-Prowse. Prescott defending the life. Ball's in. And it's in the back of the net. Southampton are level. Paul Fogarty couldn't stop Boufal knocking the ball past him and into the back of the net. 27 seconds after the 3 minutes of added time has been played. Southampton get a goal back and it's 2-2 at St Mary's. Would you believe what Boufal's just done? And Southampton, who have dominated this second half from start to finish. Prescott hasn't really came out the gate at all until late on when they're putting last-ditch tackles in. But Ward-Prowse, great ball, and Boufal. Fogarty tried to predict where the ball's going to intercept it, but Boufal got there before him, put the ball into the box. It was a great ball in by James Ward-Prowse, and Southampton are level in this game. And Prescott will be heavily disappointed with the way this second half has gone. That's the full-time whistle that finished Southampton 2, Prescott 2. Prescott, I think, relaxed too much in the second half and thought this game was sealed, and Southampton, with their never-say-die attitude, got themselves a draw out of this game. As we see now the league table, we do stay 12th, 1 point ahead of Newcastle, and that will be the end of this episode, guys. I've been Finn21H. I hope you've enjoyed episode 33 of The Road to Glory here with Prescot S.F.C. in PES2020. Please like, subscribe, ding dong that notification bell after you subscribe to alert when any videos go live, and I will see you in the next episode as Ben Woodburn's been called up to the Wales squad.